Okay, we're going to start the services meeting for today, June 4th, 2026. We have Lola here, Jenny's here, myself, we have a quorum. Gary has a outside business appointment, and we have Linda taking our notes. And for senior services, I did get an email from Regan, and there's still no commissioner yet, but they're programming their off-site is down at Waterfront. They're doing aerobics down at Waterfront, which I think it's 2 days a week, which she's saying it's very popular. And they're doing Zoom yoga, and they're doing at the end of the month, they're going to start movement classes. And the county program is, there still, and they're doing a lot of games, board games, and they're enjoying games, I guess. So as of problems or issues, she said there's no problems or issues at this time.
And where do the board games take place?
At the senior center.
Okay.
Yeah, right at, they have like a play, their main room.
Okay.
It's a big open room. The survey, what I'm looking is you guys can email me 3 dates of June to do Providence. And I'm thinking July 16th, we can probably get a lot of interest if we attend or plan to attend for a couple hours, a tenant landlord for Bliss.
What time? Sorry.
That's 1 to 4, I believe it is. And I'll send everybody the confirmation, but it's 1 to 4, it's at Bliss, it's rain or shine.
No,
It's July 16th.
July 16th. See what I'm there.
Even we just do an hour.
I was gonna say, we'll be
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I mean, they're doing refreshments. I think they're doing music, and
Cool.
it's usually a good showing. And I think that's a great way to capture people out and about, and we don't have to actually go into,
Real life time.
yeah, right. So, any thoughts and questions about seniors?
I think it'd be a great idea if we just had the whole list of what's going on for the next couple of months, so that when
Schedule.
so that
Okay.
when we're talking to them, especially the question that's not related to the programming, number 5,
Mm-hmm.
if they may not be aware of what's happening, and if we just told them what was happening, then maybe they could give more suggestions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and I don't know if they're volunteers that do it,
Mhm.
but I think they pay for like the classes,
Okay.
a couple bucks. So I don't know if it's the volunteer and then, or the instructor gets paid.
Okay.
I would like to know how the yoga works online. Cause that seems, kind of, what happens if someone, my question would be, and again, she said it to me today, I didn't get a chance to get a phone back. Is it yoga, like, do they offer like there, so people can come there online and see it at the senior center? Or do they have to log in themselves? I'm thinking that could be a barrier too, right?
Yeah,
Right.
that might be.
So it would be interesting to see if they have the capabilities to do Zoom at the senior center. So that's going to be one of my questions, follow up for Rick. Okay.
Clarify some things if that's okay. Lynn does get paid, the exercise. And they do not have a login at Zoom, that's external. The Zoom, like for the yoga, that's all external.
Okay, I'll follow up with Reagan, thank you. Next would be youth, Mr. Lewis.
Good evening, council. I have for you the youth report for June. So this is just kind of an overview of some of the things that are going on at the department. We had staff complete a mandatory training. This is expected of all city employees in regards to the sexual harassment and discrimination training. Another big item for us this month was participating in the community cleanup that took place on May 21st. And some more updates about camp and other features that we have going on at Oakdale. So this is just to give you an overview. All city employees are expected to complete this training. There's a quiz associated with it, and you have to have a score of 80 or higher just to express one's competence of the material. All staff is now up to par with that. And ultimately, once that's done, each staff member receives a certificate, and that becomes a part of their work file. This is a photo from the community cleanup. Here we have Isabel and Kayla in the background. Kayla's one of our staff. This took place May 21st. And the kids, they look forward to it because they just feel like an extension of the community, helping out for a good cause. And they, you know, they're outside. And so we're not in the building. We're kind of in our community doing the good deed. And I think afterwards they had a pizza afterwards. So it's a fun day for the youth. This is a program overview. These are a list of all the programs that we've had for this month. With an addition of a few new ones. We did have a field trip to the Schuyler Mansion on May 23rd. That was for the Pinkster celebration, which that was a learning lesson for me. Did not know what the Pinkster Festival was about. This was in a collaboration with Operation Unite. And so the Pinkster Festival is in Albany, and it's one of New York's oldest African-American celebrations, historically originating from a colonial Dutch holiday. It evolved into a festival of freedom and cultural preservation for the enslaved and for free African descents. And so I'm always learning with the kids, and so that was just like a historical lesson as well. Some of the other programs that we've continued is been Art with Joan. Here you have a photo of some of our kids with the clay unit. And then in the next slide, you have just a bit of a gallery of the youth work there that they've been working on with Joan. So this was a component around charcoal, crayons, and the idea was to kind of create a flower. And so they were kind of doing some shading and such with this project. We always appreciate bringing the arts to the youth, provided some of the budget cuts at the district and such. We just feel that, you know, these make a well-rounded student. And so just a final look there. I thought the little guy on the piano was pretty neat. So that's it's a clay model there. Some camp updates. So as of yesterday, we had 145 kids registered. This time last year, we had about 10 less. So we're give or take on par for a similar turnout. So right now, anyone that applies for camp will be placed on the wait list. And how we operate the wait list is in the first week or two of camp, we'll call home to say, hey, Calvin hasn't been here. Does he intend to show up to camp? If no, then we'll pull Dominic off the wait list and add him to the active roster. And so
Also, they don't know right now if they're about to go to summer school too, so they sign up just in case, and they probably end up going to summer school. I know that was always Commissioner Drugs, we lose.
Yeah.
People to summer school.
And I think the mentions that I've heard about summer school is that it's not happening
Huh?
this year. But again, that's a mention. I haven't really confirmed that yet.
Could be why your numbers might go up then.
Right, yeah, yeah.
What is your cap?
So each pod we cap at 60 kids, per pod. Keeping in mind, we don't have like a mandatory attendance policy. So you may get a kid for, camp is 6 weeks long, so you may get a kid for only 2 weeks because they go on vacation or something for those remaining 4. And so, we factor that in as well. And I'll give credit is due. Our secretary does a great job of checking in with those families to make those assessments so that we can keep the active roster as current as possible.
Do you break it down into sessions, just in case somebody does go away for a week, you could pull somebody for a week off the waiting list? Do you break it down in sessions? Like we used to have like, 2-week sessions, 3 2-week sessions. So, and then they would sign up for those sessions. They might sign up for all.
Right.
But somebody might say, I'm gonna be away this week, so that allows someone off the waiting list to come for that.
Yeah, I think that is a model we can consider. I think to your mention, it offers that flexibility for families to engage, more appropriately. So we had, we've finalized our roster for camp counselors. So 7 part-time staff roll over into camp, and then we bring on 8 additional summer hires. So that's only, it's not a ton of positions, that's only a few positions. We had over 50 applicants. And so we tend to get a strong turnout at camp. And so what we do, knowing that we can't hire them all as much as we would like to, we just essentially forward them to the workforce over at the college with Rebecca Cruiser. And a lot of the times it just really looks like supporting the youth, submitting their applications. They may need a laptop. They may need to get things scanned and faxed over. So we try to support in that capacity.
So when you say the ones you hired, is that excluding any placement from workforce?
Right, so workforce, so we'll have, we'll have our 15. And then workforce will give us 4 kids.
Yeah.
Directly from that pipeline.
Okay.
For the folks that did not make our hiring pool, we refer them over to workforce so that hopefully they could land, somewhere.
Yeah.
To get summer employment.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Looking for work.
We're also getting back to swimming lessons. We have swimming lessons for campers, swimming lessons for the public. And we are bringing back Baby and Me as well for the little ones to swim with their parents. And we do have a fee associated with each. For campers, the fee is $25, and for the public, there is a fee for city residents of $30. And for non-residents, it's $75.
Is that with the subsidized from the county for the swim program? Doesn't the county?
The county isn't subsidizing the swim program, but Friends of Hudson Youth is offering some support.
Oh, I thought they always gave like 10 grand or something for the swim program.
So the contributions from the county has relatively been for transportation.
Okay.
But we do have that model of the different sessions, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
for the swim lessons. So, I just mentioned that to say it wouldn't be too much to incorporate that.
Yeah.
Into the camp. June 27th, it will be the return of the fishing derby. So at Oakdale, it's a Saturday, June 27th, 9 to 2. We'll be featuring the fishing derby. This is sponsored by the Warthour Memorial Fund. And we're really excited about this because just from time to time, check out the community board. And, I know there was a lot of interest about bringing back the fishing derby. And so, it's available for ages 5 to 14. We have a ton of prizes, bikes, gift cards, tablets. So it's a free event. So we're hopeful that everyone comes and shows out and has a good time. T-shirts, food, drinks, and so, we're really excited about this because we're hopeful to continue this for years to come.
Is there gonna be a golden fish? Because my daughter never caught the golden fish, so like 3 years in a row, we went, I guess it was a golden fish they put in there. I don't know, they tagged her or whatever. Whoever won it, they got a huge prize. Got a huge prize, but it always got away.
I know we have a couple of hundred, so I'm hopeful there's a golden one in there. But yeah, we typically, there's typically like an award for like the largest
Yeah, yeah.
fish or the heaviest fish or the
Yeah.
longest fish.
That's cute.
And you're getting it, back, but they're coming in to dump them, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yep, yes, and they will, you say trout?
Yeah.
They will be, trout as well.
Do they catch and release? I mean, catch, yeah, and
That's really.
or are they keep the fish and cook them for dinner?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question.
This was the.
Yeah, before I may speak, I'm gonna have to look into that. 'Cause,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, they're welcome to, I think they're welcome to keep it.
Okay.
Now, are you going, I know one of the issues before when they used to put the fish in, right? If there's a time frame, people went fishing.
Yeah.
So is there gonna be no fishing point, at least before the fishing derby, so?
Yeah, so, yeah, we're gonna try to, limit, fishing.
Well, if you can do that.
So the goal is to put the fish into the lake as close to the date as possible.
Yeah, right.
To avoid folks from,
Yeah.
Fishing out
Mhm.
the catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tricky thing.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to,
I mean, in the past, what they did, they just closed off for fishing for that, no fishing or
Mhm.
whatever, so, they put signs out. So, just because, and you also want some settling too, when the fishes get, put in there,
Right.
you want some settling in, so, but yeah. And hopefully it doesn't rain, because that ruins it too.
fingers crossed, we're hopeful, we get weather like today, so,
Yeah, that'd be great.
I had a question.
yes.
There's a community walk bike bus on the 12th of June from 7 to 8 AM.
Mhm.
I thought that would be a great opportunity to do a little bit of, maybe you could get the police involved, or maybe, I don't know, the safety committee might want to be involved.
Mhm.
And, just go over rules about biking, scooters,
Absolutely,
helmets,
yeah.
encourage use of helmets.
Mm.
And since Berkshire Bikes is gonna be there, helping out, maybe they'd wanna donate some helmets or even offer discounts for
Mhm.
helmets.
Yeah, we are going to, participate with that.
Yeah.
Event as well. And so, yeah, I could, I believe that was was that through a community member?
I just saw it on Facebook or on Instagram somewhere. Free bike rentals from Berkshire Bike and Board. First come, first serve, and it doesn't say, there's no organization listed. Oh, here, wait a second. It's the HCSD Hudson, New York.
Oh, it's from the school district. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that I have that one specifically. If you could share that to me, I would.
Yeah.
Coordinating to see how we can support that.
Okay,
Cause yeah, I think, certainly
I'll
relevant.
forward it to you right now.
Is it June 12th, you said?
June 12th, so it's next weekend.
Right.
Right, I'll forward it right now. I think Lloyd has a question.
Two quick questions, and I gotta leave soon. The pond, the algae situation, how's that looking?
Algicide, a non-toxic algicide,
Or whatever,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, it was applied. And, in addition to the algicide, manual removal,
You doing that?
the garbage, the life garbage.
So how's the lake looking?
It's looking, I mean, there are some spots, you know, but for the, yeah, folks have already been at the lake, folks have been swimming. And so, yeah, I think it's, clear enough to where folks feel comfortable enough to answer.
Cool. And the other question is real quick, I know the old assistant director thing was something that from last year's. Is there been any resolution or thoughts on that?
Yeah, so we landed a candidate, for, it would be a temporary, hire for camp. It's Marvel, she's a paraprofessional, currently with, Hudson City School District. She's had a tour at some of the surrounding, districts. She has a really solid connection with a lot of our kids and just the aptitude of a teacher, which I think is helpful. In addition to being a parent, bringing up, you know, with that maternal instinct. And so, yeah, we were able to solidify camp.
And that fits in your budget?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Perfect, well, I got rehearsal. All right, thank you, Calvin.
Yeah, I'm going on it.
Sorry, I know I was part of your staffing. Something probably brought up, you know, you don't have to be upset.
No, we certainly, landed, I think, a great candidate. Honestly, she comes in now just to kind of, by way of her own means, but I think it's really just to gain that traction.
Sure.
With the kids, letting them know that she's here, she's a person that they can rely on. And, you know, very passionate.
Yeah.
You know, I'm of the belief that we can't really either have that or we don't. So it's great to have her, you know, on our team.
Always an asset when you get someone from the school district to, you know, come over to programming.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And, you know, to the mention that I said about, summer school kind of being in limbo.
Why is that?
Budget.
But funding. You know, I think it's great to have her on our team to just kind of offer some supplemental, schooling, if you will. Kind of a preview, September, we're looking to, connect with another teacher from the district to offering, tutoring specific to the department as well. So
Great.
it's something to stay tuned for in the
Okay.
fall.
We have more?
That concludes the department report.
Great. How did last night go?
The next one.
I know that. 105 to 95, I know 101 to 95. I know that.
It was good. We had, a lot of our members were there. You know, members of the public, not as much, which is okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, at the youth, they enjoyed themselves. They had a
What time
good
did it, I mean, the game got over pretty late, right?
So we played, the watch party ended at like 9:30. We
Okay.
watched the first half.
Okay.
Yeah, we watched the first half. At that point, I think folks were full of pizza, heavy eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next game Saturday.
Right. I got Knicks in 5, but we'll see.
Well, it'd be nice to have New York back somewhere.
Absolutely.
It came too close last year.
Yeah.
So since, you know, we haven't visited and I know there was some questions on the email, so just want to, you know, clarify in, you know, in terms of our fingerprinting procedures, right? So, you know, this is something that was reestablished through, I think 2019, I brought it back onto the table. Currently, is everyone over 18 that's our employee fingerprinted?
Yes. Yeah.
Through the CBC, right?
Right.
Yeah. So who's the contact, you're the contact person?
Yes.
So how's that budgeted? Because it's like $90 per fingerprint. So where's that come out of the budget?
So we have a line, that's designated for, it's, I think the top, like the label of it is like training. And so, we have some funds allocated to address, the fee for fingerprinting.
Right. Got that on do not disturb. Do you guys hear that ringing?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got on do not disturb and that. It's ringing in my ears because it's talking to my glasses. Knew what it is. I don't know how they're doing it. They're saying that I'm getting, I don't know if you guys are getting the income tax or something.
oh,
What
yeah,
a
I
change,
got
income
one of
tax.
those recently.
I get them 3 times a day.
Jeez.
I'm like, I don't have any issues. I don't know. what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
I did away.
I'm sorry. So,
Fishy.
so the process is they get hired and then fingerprinted, or they get fingerprinted first. The clearance goes through,
Right.
and then they get hired.
Yeah, they go through clearance first, and then they come on officially.
Okay. Now, if they come back, is this also including the summer staff?
Not the summer staff,
Not the summer staff.
yeah. Cause, the kids, so the 7 that carry over have already been fingerprinted. And then the 8 additional, they're all high school students.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. So no one's, are the 7 part-timers that you hired, they're not 18?
The 7 are, cause they've already been vetted.
Okay, gotcha, okay, cool.
The 8,
Okay, yeah, because it's continuous, it stays open.
Right.
The CBC stays open, cool, okay.
yeah,
great.
the 8 additional, they're all of high school. They're
Yeah,
all,
yeah,
under,
yeah.
you know, underage.
But we had to do the CBC, do you still do, don't the health department require you to do CBC, or because they're not? Because they're young, they don't have to do the CBC?
I wanna say it's because of their age,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah, I think I remember too, because I think, because it was a form, 18 and older, and you had to go track where you live for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's like the LDSS or something to that effect.
Right,
Yeah, you have to list like where all your residents over the past like 10 years or so.
mhm. Is there a secondary notification? Or are you the only notification?
Like person, like point person?
Yeah, like when somebody gets fingerprinted, you get the results.
Yes, yeah, myself and the secretary.
How quick do they come in? Because usually they don't really get roll anymore, they do the scanning, so usually
Yeah,
they're quick.
it's pretty, yeah, I would say, in 2 weeks' time.
Cool, all right, like I said, it was, I got an email on it, I said, we might as well address it now, because,
In regards to like a general inquiry, or was that specific to us?
it was specific to you department.
Okay,
And, since I know it was in place, and I know, Liz was doing it, I know you were second to Liz, so you're already on the list, right? And I know it's like $90.
Yeah.
Per
yeah,
fingerprint,
yeah.
and you still do it in Kisaki, is that what it is?
So some folks have been kind of bounced around, but Kasaki is the main location.
Yeah.
Some folks have, like, I think I actually had to go to Kingston when I did mine, but for the most part, folks land over at Kasaki.
Okay. Okay, so, any other thoughts and things going on?
We're not really, we're moving and grooving,
How's repairs looking for any Oakdale issue? I know the fencing, all that stuff, how's that going?
That's going, we're looking to get Roma fence
Okay,
to help us out with the fencing around the rink.
the top, right? It's the fence goes around the top of the rink, right?
Yeah, some is at the bottom as well,
Okay,
because just kind of wear and tear and folks making, new doorway and what have you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
addressing that, we got, I might have said this last meeting, but we got new sand.
Yeah.
There was a volunteer effort about 2 weeks ago where folks landed and did a lot of weeding and just kind of landscaping at Oakdale, which was a huge help. That's why it looks as decent as it does now.
how's the numbers been, swimming since you guys opened,
Oh my
Memorial?
gosh.
It was a little like cold and rainy, cause we opened on the,
Yeah, oh, yeah, no, I went up to camp, I was like, yeah.
yeah, it was cold and rainy, so, not much, but with the weather being, a lot nicer. Like, I was there yesterday and there was roughly, I'd say about 15 people on the beach, including kids and children. And so I think, again, as the weather, gets,
Yeah,
more
more
consistent,
consistent, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have more.
What are the hours again?
Typically, it's 11 to 7,
Okay.
Friday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
And then, those hours will adjust, once we get to the camp, time.
Yeah.
And so camp will run 9 to 3, and then after 3, the beach will be open to the public until 7.
Now, you don't do the concession stand, right?
So concessions, it'll be specific to camp.
Okay,
And we'll offer, a, medium level of service where we'll offer prepackaged, items. So that could be like an ice pop, or maybe like a Uncrustable, which is one of my favorites, or like a, bottled, juice or soda.
mhm. What about you guys still doing the school program for the breakfast and lunch?
Yep, we're still working with the district to provide, breakfast and lunch. And, our staff, so the training for that is a part of the orientation week, where, the staff learn how to document, the kind of track the meals that we're offering to the community.
You still do the sharing bin?
Like, if you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't want it, you can kind of leave it at the, yeah, we call it like the, we call it, yeah, we have a designated table.
Yeah.
To where, like, if you didn't want your apple or you didn't want your milk, you can leave it there, so everyone knows that, anything at that table is up to grab,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, any questions, any thoughts?
You have one hand raised online.
Okay, who is it?
Bill,
Yeah, Bill, you got 3 minutes? 2 minutes, I'm sorry.
Oh, three's okay. I do have a few comments first and then a question or two. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Hey, is Claire Cousin there?
Not today.
Okay. I just have to say that as somebody who frequents the park, Oakdale Park quite a bit, you're flirting with danger at the exit there. Anybody leaving the park in a vehicle comes across nothing as they exit the park. No stop sign, no stop line, no warning that they're approaching a very steep hill where bicyclists and cars are coming down. I think this is not wise of the city. You're setting yourself up for possibly a lawsuit, and you really should be creating a safer exit at the park. A stop sign and a stop line and some sort of sign reminding people what they're coming to. Also, coming down the hill of 6th Street, there is nothing telling drivers that they're approaching a public park. There's nothing to slow them down. There's nothing warning them that a car might be pulling out at the bottom of the hill, and we all know how many cars are speeding down that hill. That's all I'll say about that. I wish, though, that something will be done about this. It needs to be done, and it's
Bill, I'm sorry, you're wrong about that. There's actually a blinking light for pedestrians.
yes,
There's a
that's for
pedestrian-
pedestrians. If they use it, if there are pedestrians, yes. But in terms of cars pulling out onto 6th, there's nothing warning drivers that they are approaching a public park. That's all I want to say about that. Secondly, I want to ask a question of you, Jennifer, if I could, because I know what the answer is from the director. What I'd like to ask you, Jennifer, if I could, is the
Sure.
following. Do you think that it is appropriate for the Porta-John at the Oakdale Park to be directly at the entrance and exit of the park, permanently placed there as conspicuous as possible when it could be elsewhere?
I'm sure it's not attractive.
Have you ever seen it?
That's not the issue, and I spoke to Calvin, and there's reasons why it's there, so.
Okay. And it can't be anywhere else? It can't be along the garage?
I spoke to Calvin, and the selection is there's reasons why it's there.
Well, can he explain why it can't be along the garage
No,
with the other?
I'm telling you, I hear your comment. I spoke to Calvin and I agree with the location and there's reasons why.
At what, can you just tell us the reasons? Why not tell us the reasons? And let's see if they
Well-
make any sense, because it's senseless to have it there and it wouldn't be acceptable at any other park in the city.
Do you know if I
Right?
tell you the reason,
The waterfront park is ready.
you're not gonna agree with it anyway, Bill.
But it-
Just go,
Right.
I dare you, Dominic, please, entertain me. What did he tell you?
It's better for security, right? The location, and it's also a flat area.
Security
for
what?
wood.
What
Listen to me.
security?
Do you want the answer?
Don't give me generalities. What,
And it's also flat, it's a handicap accessible porta potty. It's the flattest area for wheelchairs in the location. It has to be level, Bill.
my
Right?
other question is this. I mean, that's so
Okay.
absurd.
Do
Here's my-
you understand the answer?
No, I understand. It doesn't make one bit of sense to me, but
it
whatever.
wouldn't.
It-
Okay,
It's such
okay.
a lovely sight to see. I wish they,
Yeah, so your time is up and appreciate your comments. Okay, any other questions or comments from that? Okay, if there's no public comment, nobody online, Logan?
No.
Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Yes, I get me.
Can I get a second?
Both of us.
What's that?
You got that.
Yeah.
You got two hands.
You got two hands.
I got two hands. Thank you very
We good to go.
much. Thank you very much. Motion.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry, Calvin.